All of a sudden we realize that we may have to rewrite all the textbooks about the beginning of the universe. Now, it takes many billions of years to create a galaxy like the Milky Way galaxy with 100 billion stars.
Do you ever look up at the night sky and think, what's way out there at the very edge of the universe? If you do, you're not alone, and this video is just for you. Today we're going on an exciting journey together, right to the edge of the universe, and you won't even need to leave your seat. When we look at the stars, we're seeing light that's traveled a long way to reach us. In fact, we're looking back in time. It's like the universe is a huge time machine and we're about to step in. Think of the universe as a giant book full of wonderful stories about stars, planets, and galaxies. But we haven't read all of it. There are parts of the book we haven't even seen yet. To some, it's like a mystery novel full of surprises and maybe even a few dangers. But don't worry, we're not going to leave you in the dark. Thanks to NASA and their James Webb Space Telescope, we're starting to read those unseen parts of the book.
Well, that's the problem. The James Webb Space Telescope is upsetting the apple cart. All of a sudden we realize that we may have to rewrite all the textbooks about the beginning of the universe.
We're about to share a story that you've never heard before, a story about the edge of the universe. In the past, people assumed that the dark sky during the night was the boundary around Earth. During the day, they believed the sun traveled through this sphere before sleeping. As though not enough, they thought the tiny points of light, the stars, were glimpses of heaven through blemishes in the sky. Well, humanity got it completely wrong.
Well, it turns out it's so powerful, it might have just shattered our understanding of the universe. We've all heard about how the new James Webb Telescope is kind of like a time machine because it can look back to the early formation of the universe, and it's been doing just that. It has taken...
When people started looking at the sky and trying to understand it, we quickly moved past that ridiculous idea. It was only understood that the cosmos is more than what our naked eyes can see, and actually more than we can even imagine. Legendary screenwriter Steven Moffat states, "The universe is big, vast, and complicated and ridiculous." However, many government organizations have contributed to our understanding of the universe's makeup, history, and phenomena. Since its inception in 1958, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, has been the most influential. It has significantly altered our understanding of the universe. The most terrifying is the discovery made at the observable universe's horizon. It is generally accepted that galaxies, solar systems, and all matter and energy are contained within the universe. Light is currently our only means of observing the cosmos. All wavelengths of electromagnetic radiation, from ultraviolet to radio, are emitted or reflected by objects in space. Numerous characteristics of this light are quantified by astronomers, including its brightness, intensity, frequency, and polarization. Astronomers then learn more about these objects' composition, age, and distance by analyzing their light at various wavelengths and frequencies. Think of it this way. Light is like a runner, but even the fastest runner can't cross an infinite distance. And the universe is so vast that light from very far away places hasn't had the time to reach us yet.
The edge of the universe is that light travels very, very fast, but not infinitely fast. It takes time for it to get from one place in the universe to the other.
It's like having a friend so far away that their message hasn't reached you. This makes it really hard for astronomers here on Earth to gather data about these very distant places. This is why researchers have devised strategies like putting a telescope in space and creating instruments that can detect visible and infrared light. Despite having access to the most advanced technology available at the time, we have yet to be able to pinpoint the limit of our universe. The observable universe is the region of space where observations can be made. This is the range of light from distant objects in space that we can see.
You open the curtains, light fills the room. It doesn't seem to travel at all. But over the vast distances of the universe, you actually notice this travel time.
An illustration by Pablo Carlos Budassi attempts to depict the observable universe. At its core are our home planet and star, the solar system, nearby stars, nearby galaxies, distant galaxies, early matter filaments, and finally, the cosmic microwave background. The observable universe contains roughly 2 trillion galaxies. In the illustration, you can see what a Laniakea supercluster looks like a dust particle caught in a ray of sunlight. About 46.5 billion light-years can be seen across the observable universe. This is only what we can see. There is no conclusive evidence on whether the universe is infinite or finite. The only information we have is what lies at the edge of the observable universe, and this is what caught the entire planet by surprise. In the observable universe, nothing is more than 46.5 billion light-years away. But how is that possible while the universe is only about 13.8 billion years old?
You can't really even find a galaxy too much farther away than that because the universe is only 13.8 billion years old, and it takes a certain amount of time for galaxies to even form. So we're not going to find too many more galaxies farther away than this.
If things are far enough away, there is no way that light can get to us in the age of the universe. What this means is there's a hard limit to the edge of the universe that we can see, and this is set by the age of the universe.
Have you ever blown up a balloon? As you blow air into it, the balloon expands, and any spots or markings on the balloon move further apart from each other. Scientists believe something similar is happening with the universe.
And what we understand now is that the amount it's getting bigger is getting bigger every day. The expansion of the universe is accelerating.
It's expanding, and galaxies are moving further apart from each other. Now imagine if your balloon started to expand faster and faster on its own, even without you blowing more air into it. That would be weird, right? Well, that's what's happening with the universe. It's expanding faster and faster, and scientists don't quite know why. They've given a name to this mysterious balloon-blowing force: dark energy. Then there's dark matter. Imagine you have a box that seems empty, but when you try to lift it, it's heavy. That hidden heaviness is kind of what dark matter is like. We can't see it, but we know it's there because of how it affects things we can see, like stars and galaxies. The development of the James Webb Telescope has enabled the discovery of previously unknown information. Neil Armstrong is credited with saying, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." As a result of this tool, a long-awaited breakthrough in scientific research has been made, this time in studying the water on Earth and how it got there. On the other hand, the discovery it made outside of the observable universe is astounding. There are many different points of view on whether or not the universe contains life outside of Earth. There is much speculation about the existence of life, but no hard evidence. Again, the James Webb Space Telescope is expected to provide a definitive answer to the age-old question of whether or not the multiverse exists. The James Webb Space Telescope is the most technologically advanced telescope ever built, with the ability to see in the infrared spectrum, allowing it to observe even the most distant objects. The James Webb Space Telescope stepped in for the Hubble Space Telescope. In contrast, James Webb was able to see the most distant galaxies. In an image, 44 new galaxies appeared, indicating they formed soon after the Big Bang. This, of course, lends credence to the notion that there are likely many more galaxies out there than we are currently aware of. That's terrifying. But whether we're alone in the universe is even more perplexing. There has never been a more compelling case for the existence of life on other planets. Aliens may provide a one-word solution to the universe's age-old mystery. The James Webb Space Telescope discovered WASP 96b, a planet with unusual characteristics. It was found that the exoplanet was discovered to have water molecules. Do you understand the significance of water? Indeed, this is life. Additionally, previously unknown clouds and haze were discovered on the planet. Is it possible that life exists somewhere other than Earth? If this is the case, will we be in jeopardy if they learn about humanity on Earth? And what kinds of sentient beings are out there? To this end, thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can always get a notification when we post the latest and most exciting tech news that you would not want to miss. Till next time, cheers.